how traffic impact studies are worded, that means 1,200 trips a day, but it's 600 cars. So most people are coming to check in, they're spending the night, they're enjoying the atmosphere, and then they're leaving. And we've only got 150 rooms. So we have 3 issues right now, words, numbers that are floating around that are kind of triggering a knee-jerk reaction. One is that number 200,000. 200,000 people are gonna come here. So that's about 555 people a day. And again, we expect about 450 of those people to be our guests, and that includes children. So that's 1 car with 3 people. So when you break down, it's sensational. 200,000 makes this sound wonderful and huge. This is a small scale project, again with a big heart and a big splash and a lot of excitement, but it's not that large. Another word or concept that we're dealing with is theme park. And theme park elicits a reaction of Dollywood, which is technically an amusement park. We're not gonna have rides, we're not gonna have a carnival, we're unfortunately not gonna have funnel cakes, but you know, this is a place of peace and quiet, interaction, dialogue, reading, board games, trading card games. That's what we're all about. And we want people to walk amongst our trees and our tree houses and our landscaping and enjoy that atmosphere. And then the last issue that's become a lightning rod is the concept of the amphitheater. It's an amphitheater. How do you embrace peace and quiet with an amphitheater? So our amphitheater is in the sort of Greek or Roman style. It's a small stone, concrete, stair-step design for plays, for dances, for art exhibitions. In the wintertime, we want to put a little ice rink there. So there will be no audiovisual equipment. I mean, if I do this, it's very hard for you all to hear me in the back. And this is about the scale of our amphitheater. And we won't have these walls amplifying my voice. So I hear you. That is something that we have to be held to. That's a promise that I'm making to you as part of the developer, but that is our intention. But talk to us, we're soliciting that feedback, we're listening to that concern, but I really want people to understand and ground their concerns in the facts, because that'll make you more effective, and that'll make us better able to respond to those questions and concerns. Okay, so it's a residential neighborhood. Homeowners in that neighborhood will be bombarded with noise and street congestion. Again, I just sort of addressed that. We're still trying to solve the issue of the street congestion. There are a number of solutions we're evaluating. We have to find the best one that makes the most sense. And then the noise, again, a lot of that was perceived to come from the amphitheater, and we're going to scale that. The resort visitors will probably make a nuisance of themselves at Imes, Walmart, and other local stores and our restaurants. Well, I mean, so I think what that represents, and I'm giving credit that I think the intention is we'll have strangers amongst our community. You know, we don't know how they'll behave. We've got an established culture here in South Knoxville. There's a lot of pride. I mean, I'm from Knoxville. I never said I was from West Knoxville. I understand I have to do that here. I'm not a South Knoxvillian, but we're all Knoxvillians. And, you know, the people that are coming here, again, they're families. So they're here with your kids. And the whole idea is they're here to have a good time with your families. And then again, here's this 500-person event center and 1,000-seat outdoor amphitheater. Make a lot of noise, and the noise will carry. So the 500-person event center is going to be essentially the basement of our restaurant, and it's for weddings. In the first 48 hours, we had 4 people contact us wanting to do weddings, which is awesome and incredibly exciting, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But that's predominantly what it's for. And hopefully, a lot of the people at that wedding will be staying at our property for the full thematic experience. And then this last point is, you know, I moved from another place to Knoxville to come to the peace and quiet, and that sentiment is echoed by a lot of the close by neighbors, the very close neighbors, the neighbors that abut the property or across from the property. And, we need to be good stewards to the community as far as our construction process and our design process. So as we build this property, how do we do it with the minimum disruption to the community? And then once it's built, what do we do to minimize the pollution of the property to their land, be it noise or light or whatever it is? So that could be things as simple as fences, it could be hills, it could be a wall. There are lots of solutions that we can explore. And if any of you have visited Tom at his home, which many of the neighbors have already done, you'll be familiar with the fact that he sits right in front of Walmart. And you would never know because he's built up, got embankment as part of the development process so that the noise of Walmart would not affect his enjoyment of the property. That does nothing to mitigate the impact of gunfire and noise and firearms that occurs near his property by some of the neighbors who want to enjoy the wilderness and hunting and all those kinds of things. But obviously what we're all about is family in a safe environment and a place where people can enjoy this together. So with that, I think we've addressed most of what we wanted to sort of come to you with based on feedback. And I know I've missed things, and I know a lot of you have been great, patient. Now's your time to ask us questions, and we're going to write them down right there and then address them.